Hey everyone, this is a short tutorial on how to add 2D art to your Unity game. Actually, not really adding 2D art, but creating it. And we're going to be using Paint.net, a tool you can see here on the syllabus. Oh, not there. Paint.net. It says optional. It's optional because you can use other software if you want. You can use Microsoft Paint. I like using Krita as well for making art. But yeah, so there was a short video also on how to download Paint, or at least showing off this website. Very simple. Once you get that installed, you'll get something that looks like this. And I am by no means an artist. I know somewhat the basics on how to make pixel art, so that's what we're going to be doing today. And most of the class, by the way, revolves around 3D, like 3D game design. So we'll have probably maybe one project revolving around 2D. But you can make your midterm and final projects with Unity 2D as well, so this might come in handy for that. So yeah, with Paint.net, all the tools very simple. You can add, remove them over here. I find the history not that important, but the layers, the colors, and the tools are absolutely mandatory. Let's go ahead and create a new image that's much smaller, probably. Let's start with 20 by 20 pixels. Just get a extremely small image. You can so scroll wheel goes up and down, obviously. Shift scroll goes left and right, and control scroll goes in and out. So and holding the middle mouse button will move around your canvas here. Okay, so one other thing that's pretty useful to have when working with pixel art is a grid. So we're going to turn that grid on. We have our background here. We need to make a new layer, so we're not just editing the background. This is important because when we go to export our image, we want it to be on a transparent background, so we will disable this, this white background here when we go to export. But for now, we can leave it on. I can click on more to get more advanced color tools. What will we do? Well, okay, I got an idea. So if you watched the 3D Magic Voxel tutorial, we made a supermodel named Greg, so we'll go ahead and try to recreate that in Paint.net here in 2D. So let's get it started. We won't start with black this time. Let's start with his shirt, and I'll just make a T-pose again here. So oh, and you might notice that I think this is called anti-aliasing. Yeah, anti-aliasing is enabled, which means it takes the line you draw and blurs it out into the background image. We don't want that for at least these purposes. You see now it gives a much more sharper image. That's what we'll be using. Let's drag it down to 1, so that way we're only drawing 1 pixel at a time. And let's draw his shirt here. I'll enable the ruler. You don't need the ruler, but it helps me sort of make sure I'm in the center. Is this the center? Let's see. No, okay. If you need to erase, you can go click the erase tool. All these tools are pretty self-explanatory. The text, the shapes, and all that. I'm going to give him, he had a long sleeve shirt. There we go. Alright, we're getting somewhere here. This will be fine for skin tone. Alright. Oh, was Greg bald? I think he was bald. Shout out to all my bald students. Okay. Arms, black shoes, blue jeans. Okay. Should his feet go outwards? Yeah, I like that. Okay. And here's Greg. Horrible pixel art, I know. I'm no artist, like I said. If I disable the grid here, you can see, I guess he looks slightly better. Anyways, yeah, so if you create your art, hopefully your art is a lot better than mine. You don't want to just export as is. If you hit, save as and then PNG. So the difference between JPEG and PNG, JPEGs don't include the alpha channels. So let's say, for example, so we don't want our background anyway, so we're going to disable that. And then we're going to go to File, Save As. You can save your PDN as, Greg PDN if you want. But I'm going to save him as a PNG, so that way it saves this alpha channel here, which means if we drag it into Unity or Blender or wherever we want, it will recognize that the only part of the image we want to save is these colored bits right here. Okay, and then we're going to save it as PNG. You can save it and then drag and drop it into Unity, but we'll get to that next week. Okay, bye-bye.